Welcome to the Car Guy Show. Join award-winning magazine publisher Tim Miller and national champion race driver Kristen Traeger as they look at Texas car life and Texas car culture. Join them as they meet car guys in their cars, in their garages, and at their clubs and events. Come along for a real kick in the asphalt.
Welcome to the Car Guy Show. I'm your host, Tim Miller. We're at the Dallas Auto Show at the Dallas Convention Center. It's a great event held every spring. It's your chance to check out the latest and greatest the automobile world has to offer. Let's take a look-see.
I've been coming here for about 30 years and stuff. It's just a tradition with our family.
Oh, I like it. This is like my third year coming. Me and my son come every year.
I wanted to come over here and see this car because my son was following it.
I'm going to buy a truck in June, so just looking at them, I decided pretty much what I want.
What I really like about it is I just get to look at the cars that I've seen in video games, such as Forza 5, and just see them in person.
Some other things on the interior, like we run on the outside, made it all new. The inside is completely new as well.
It's always nice to look at what cars I want to prospect in the future, see how the brands are changing.
The all-new Stingray, it has a 6.2-liter V8 LT1 Corvette engine. It's boasting 460 horsepower, 465 pound-feet of torque, and a 0 to 60 of 3.8 seconds. And we're doing that with our new Z51 Performance exhaust. There's no getting past how great it looks.
Absolutely fantastic. It's a beautiful car, nice and slick. Each year they have gotten better and better, and they've outdone themselves this year. This one I would definitely drive home today.
It looks aggressive, it looks mean, it looks in motion, sitting. You can park it next to someone and you already look like you're moving faster than they are.
I like to feel the wind and I like to feel the pressure and race, and this provides that.
It's lovely. I got to sit down in it. It's just super luxury. It's possibly one of my favorite cars that I've seen in the show.
The reception's been great, and this year has been a wonderful auto show. 650,000 square foot is the largest auto show ever in the state of Texas. We've got more new products this year's show than we've had in a long time. Mitsubishi's got great new products, the 2014 Outlander, the 2014 Mirage, and everybody gets excited about our Evolution. This is a 2014 Mitsubishi Lancer Evolution GSR, or Evo as a lot of people call it. It is the best handling car for the money, period. 0 to 60 in the fours, does a quarter about 13, handles like nothing else out there. It's just a beast.
I like that, very nice. Got the carbon fiber. It's a really pretty car, I love it.
So what do you think about the $1.8 million price tag on it?
A little high for my wallet.
We're here with Lee Chapman of the DFW Metropolitan New Car Dealers Association at the auto show this year. Lee, tell us a little bit about the highlights for this year.
Well, this year we're standing in the Premier collection, which is a highlight. You have the Pagani behind us, we're in the Aston Martin display. Next to us we have Park Place Premier collection, which is Maserati, the Rolls-Royce, the Bentley, the McLaren. You have Ferrari behind us and other things. And one of the unique things about this year's show is that we had the world premiere of the Ford Expedition, which was a huge deal for us. We have over 750 cars here this year. We had an attendance last year of 380,000 plus. We expect it to be over 400,000 this year. And next year we expect that to be even greater.
Well, looking around here at the crowd that we have today on a Sunday afternoon, it's obviously growing. There's a lot of people here, a lot of excitement. What are you looking forward to for next year?
Well, for next year, what we'd like to do is have a larger show. We have, the great thing about the numbers of the show the last couple of years is that it is bringing the manufacturers into a stronger and stronger position in the show, which is, resembles and reflects the strength of the market here in the Metroplex.
Now, this is a big highlight, isn't it, the Pagani?
That is Pagani. There's one of, Dallas-Fort Worth. We're lucky to have one of 5 of the dealers nationwide. This is a show car, and it's just remarkable. It is a remarkable car. It just draws people to it.
I can see that. Certainly, is there any chance to take it for a ride? Probably not. I can just sit in it, right?
That's right.
I'll make the motor noises.
There you go.
Well, thank you very much, Lee.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. Great show, and I would invite everyone to mark this on your calendar for next year. A 54 Corvette with 22,000 miles. Are you kidding me? That's incredible. Garage Mahal is up next. Stay with us. If you're a car nut like I am, then we're at the right place for you. It's the 2014 Dallas Auto Show at the Dallas Convention Center. There's some pretty cool cars here like this 1957 Bel Air, which we'll showcase later. But first, it's time to check out another amazing collection of cars in this week's edition of Garage Mahal. Well, hello there, Mr. Jack Griffin.
Jim, how you doing, man? Good to see you. It's been a while.
Yeah, you too. Good to see you. So,
what's going on?
Well, what a beautiful day today.
It's fantastic. Perfect top-down day.
What'd you bring today then?
Well, I brought my '89 Speedster. Once a year I put the top down, once a year I put the top up, and last night I put the top down in anticipation of the great day. So it's perfect driving out this morning.
Well, you know, we haven't been out to your garage in some time.
I know, that's too long.
I'd love to have an opportunity sometime soon. What do you think?
What are you doing? How about right now?
Well, no time like the present.
Let's do it.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's race back there.
Okay, Jack, I know you got here first, but I had to stop for gas.
I was driving the red car, though. The red car always has to win.
Well, and I made a stop at Starbucks, too. Does that count at all?
That's okay. That's okay. But we made it. That's the main thing.
That's right. You know, Jack, your garage is, I just enjoy it so much because it's truly a time capsule of your experiences with your cars and with all the memorabilia here. Can you tell us a little bit more about your garage?
Absolutely, yeah, and it's always fun. I love to have people come over and visit because, you know, most car guys, we like to share, you know, stories and visit and tell old war stories and so forth. But actually, I actually have the very first Porsche, very first sports car that I bought 38 years ago. I still have it, and that's the little blue 914-6 that I bought. And you know, it's sort of part of the family, and they do kind of tell a lot about my life and my experiences and my love of motorsports. I do drive all of them from time to time. Not a whole lot, but I certainly drive them enough to be exercised, and they need to be driven.
Well, let's take a walk through here and take a look at some of the individual cars.
Great, great. In 1985, I was driving race cars. I drove at Le Mans, Daytona 24-hour, and so forth, and did a lot of, obviously, high-performance driving back then. So this is kind of a throwback to driving a sports car back in that period of time. So this 85 911 is really fun to drive for that reason. It brings back a lot of memories. Kind of get a little bit of a nostalgic feel when I drive this about driving the race cars. So it's real special for that reason. Plus it's red.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, and speaking of red, you have another 911 here that you had actually out today.
I did. This is a 1989 911 Speedster. I was actually at the factory visiting a friend of mine, Manfred Yankee, who was head of public relations for Porsche. And so Manfred got Dr. Porsche to make available this car for me. So I've had it 26 years and it has 14,000 miles. So I drive it on special days. So it's a pretty special and collectible car.
Well, and you have a couple older Porsches here as well.
Yeah, this is a 1988. Each car, each year, kind of has a significant thing. This has a particular gearbox that was special. It's called the G50 gearbox. It's a really nice example of 88 model.
Well, you have this 1955. Is this similar to the first one that you drove?
It is. In fact, it's almost identical. It's a 1955 sunroof, which is a very rare option available at the time. And in 1955 only, the 356s that came to the U.S. were badged as Continentals. So it's got this badge Continental on the side. And before the end of the year, Ford made them stop calling them Continentals. So that created a one-year only car And so these are very rare, and certain people, you know, they really want they want a Continental. Now I've done some modification primarily for safety and performance. I doubled the horsepower. I put a different engine in which doubled the horsepower, and made some cosmetic modifications that made it similar to what a race car would look like in 1955. And this is the car that I usually enter in the car shows. And so this is my little beauty queen, and I pout if it doesn't win. And this 914 is special. This was the first Porsche I bought in 1976, so I've owned it 38 years. And this 914.6 was special because it had a more horsepower, higher performance motor than the standard 914, which had a 4-cylinder Volkswagen-based motor. So this was a fairly fast car and only weighs 2,000 pounds. However, back when I was driving race cars, I had a race engine built for the car which doubled the horsepower of this. So this has a little over 200 horsepower, about 220 horsepower, and with only 2,000 pounds, this is a very quick car. The older cars, to me, they're just much more fun to drive. You get the sports car feel at a lower speed, and you don't have to really risk getting in a whole lot of trouble with the law enforcement and so forth, and you can really have a lot of fun.
In the creation of your garage with, for example, all the memorabilia that you have here, which is very interesting. I know you have a lot of stories.
Oh,
in regards to...
And here again, you know, when you reach a certain point in life, you've just collected a lot of stuff. Yeah. And when I built the garage, as much as anything else, I wanted to showcase a lot of the things that I've collected over the years. And all of the flags represent states or countries in which I've done a motorsport event. And then the other flags from states are car events that I've done. There's one called the Colorado Grand, which is a 1,000-mile, 4-day event all over Colorado. I did that 7 times. The last 2 years I did that. Jerry Seinfeld, who's a friend of mine, I got Jerry to do the event, and so we ran along together. We both had 356 Speedsters, and so that was a lot of fun. As much as anything, it was fun pulling into gas stations, and there'd be Jerry Seinfeld putting gas in his car and watching everyone do a double take. So that was a lot of fun. I've just ended up with a lot of stuff, and the garage is a great place to put your stuff.
Before we end here, I'd like you to pick out probably one of your favorite cars, and let's go for a drive.
That would be fun. That would be fun. Well, it's a beautiful day out. I think it's got to be a top-down car, maybe the 911 Speedster that I took to cars.
Yeah, that sounds good to me. Wow, that's an incredible set of cars, but we're not done yet. Part 2 of Garage Mahal is up next. Stay with us. Welcome back to the Car Guys Show. I'm your host, Tim Miller. Time now for part 2 of this week's Garage Mahal.
It's quite an art to getting in and out of the garage. You don't want to do this after several margaritas. Definitely a great day to be driving.
Yes, today is one of those days that you live for as a car guy. Well, when you take it out for like an afternoon drive, do you head north at all? Any of those little roads up there? Or?
You know, I do some, but unfortunately, there's been so much development that it's hard to really find great roads without a lot of people anymore. You got to go further away. There's so much development up north. This is a 5-speed, so there's not so much shifting like the newer cars. There are 6 speeds and I guess even 7 speeds. But this thing runs pretty well. I've had it on rallies that are in controlled environments, 140 miles an hour, and it's real stable at those speeds.
Well, it's great. As a speedster, the top-down driving, nothing like it.
Exactly. I mean, that's what this car was made for. It was made to just leave the top down pretty much year-round, and I'm sure the majority of these speedsters were sold on the West Coast.
The cars that you have right now, it seems that really you're going to hang on to these for a while.
You know, I really am, and I tell you, it's amazing I didn't buy any of the cars particularly with investment in mind, but it's amazing in the past 8 or 10 years how much the cars, vintage, really nice collectible cars, have appreciated.
Yes.
It has really turned out to be an incredible investment for a lot of people, even though it wasn't originally planned to be that way. Okay, back to the garage, back to the Bat Cave.
Jack's garage.
Back to the Bat Cave.
Well, that was a great time, Jack. I really enjoyed that.
That was fun. That was really fun. The weather is perfect.
Oh, it is. And I really enjoyed the chicanes that you had installed in front of the house.
I was hoping you would enjoy those. Those are a lot of fun.
Hey guys, what's going on?
Hey, Nerces, how you doing, man?
I saw a bunch of cars up front.
Great to see you. Well, we were out taking a drive.
Really, without me? Really? I mean,
it was only a 2-seater.
Well, you didn't have those options from Porsche, did you? That you held on to?
Well, you could have one foot on each side and stand up, I guess. We could do that the next time.
I noticed you would remove the Velcro too from there.
Exactly.
Well, once you finish this, once you come up to my shop, I got something special for you.
Great idea. Right. Let's do it.
We're here with Nerces Mavelian, owner of Autoscope Foreign Car Care. He has locations in Dallas, Plano, and of course here in the Park Cities. You've been here coming up on 30 years, I believe. And
32 years.
32 years?
Yeah.
It's amazing. And actually you've been servicing my cars for 20 years.
Right.
And I know that here in this facility in Park Cities, you're coming up on your 6th anniversary.
The 6th anniversary is coming up. Now, we started out at a gas station, 3-bay gas station. You know the story, I think, Tim. And we grew up into Plano, and then now it's a beautiful facility.
Fantastic facility here. It's just beautiful. When you walk through, you could eat off the floors here. It's like a hospital or something.
It's funny. People ask me that all the time. They ask, how do I keep all this clean all the time? I said, well, once a week, we make the technicians eat off the floor so that we can make sure it's clean.
Well, you got a unique facility here that you have 2 dyno machines that can actually race each other.
Right.
You have a training facility in the back that you can bring techs in and that type of thing. There's a lot of things that you have happening here.
Right. With the new technology that's coming out, we have to have training come in. So instead of sending out our guys to different places of the world or the state to have it trained, we bring trainers in here, and everybody in the whole company sits down and gets training at the same time. And that kind of works out much better for us. As far as the dyno is concerned, if we're having a training in one room and we want to show how it works, we literally can go to the next room, test things, and look at it. And so it's used as a training device, but it's also a fun thing. We also are a dyno authorized service center, the only independent dyno authorized service center in the Metroplex. So we do a lot of BMW tuning, GAC for the Porsches and the Audis. So we do a lot of tuning, and the dynos are really important for those. So we can do a before and after reading, so it can show you the actual power that you just gained. As far as the 2 of them side by side, I thought about having 2 of them kind of race each other like a drag strip. So we even have a countdown tree that you can take off at the same time, and of course the big screens will record what you've got. I also wanted to have this place built so that it would accommodate every single European car. When you come up to the parking spots there, even tire stops are designed so that the low cars won't tear out the bumper. The driveway is feathered so you don't have a curb. The lifts, they're made specifically for European cars. I don't think anybody's got them here. They're imported from Germany. It's very, very top notch. I think probably the best shop in the Metroplex, if not the world.
One of the things that attracted me to bring my cars to the shop was that you're considered a car guy.
Yeah.
You're a driver yourself.
I am.
You race. You've had some great experiences driving BMW.
Right.
I think like a 3-peat, like 3 years in a row.
I have. Yes, I have. Thanks for bringing that up. I actually love BMWs. I'm actually a technical advisor for the Metroplex on BMW. BMWs are my passion, and I love racing them as well. And I've got 3 times a national championship on 2 different classes of BMW race.
Well, thank you for allowing us to come in and visit with you today.
All right, thanks.
That was intense. Time for us to race off for a quick break, but we'll check out our events coverage next. Stay with us. We're here at the Dallas Auto Show, and who do we run into? But none other, probably the biggest car guys in Dallas is Mr. Sam Pack. And we're standing amongst a number of cars here that he has kindly brought along with him to show the extraordinary crowds here at the auto show. Sam, it's a pleasure to see you.
Good to be with you.
Tell us a little bit what you have here today.
Well, we brought in 10 cars. Joe McKinley with the New Car Dealer Association had called me up a couple weeks ago, and she said, we'd like to feature 10 of your cars. And I said, tell me what you want. And she said, we want the decade of the 50s. So if you look at the collection that we brought, everything here is from the decade of the 50s. And as you will see, you've got Jags, you've got Porsches, you've got a Crown Victoria, 57 Thunderbird. This car is very rare, and what makes it rare is the bird's nest. You will see very few of these cars. It was a factory dealer installed option. This particular car is bronze and came from a dear friend of mine. The Wisteria Lincoln is a 56 model. That's the Premier Edition, and everybody will always ask, is that a factory color? And the answer is yes, that was a factory color in 1956. So if you look at the color selection, that had a lot to do with the cars that we selected to bring.
Oh, they're just beautiful, Sam. The colors are extraordinary all the way down the line here of what? You got 10 cars here, did you say?
There are 10, yeah. There are 3 over here and then the 7 that are here. And Corvette, there's a 54 Corvette. It's black in color. In 54, as you may recall, almost all those cars were white. They only had 4 that were done by the factory in black. A lot of the cars that had been restored were restored black, but this particular car is one that we purchased from a collection down in South Texas, and it's an exceptionally nice car.
Great. Well, Sam, thank you very much for your time, and also hopefully we'd like to take a visit to your museum sometime soon. Is that something that can happen?
Absolutely. Come out. We'd love to visit with you, and we actually have cars in 3 different facilities. So find time, come by. We'd love to spend a couple hours with you.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. We'll see you.
Good to see you.
That'll do it for this edition of the Car Guy Show. I actually picked up another car gig while I was here.
Hey buddy, it's the red Jaguar. Hey, chop, I'm in a hurry.
I'll get right on it.
Hey, anybody got change for $1? I gotta tip this guy.